quick highlights of the report. We are projecting the consumer tech market to be growing from 100 billion in 2022 to about 300 billion, predominantly anchored around mobility, fashion effectively, as well as food, right? So I think effectively going back to the point that I think these are spaces where discerning customers, users are asking for more products, brands, and services. And you will find entrepreneurs sort of building out, effectively relating it to the penetration of organized retail as well in the overall space, right? Moving ahead, I think what we're building for is effectively for an audience, which today India obviously has about 1.4 billion people. Billions of people here need, good quality healthcare. There is a base of almost close to about 300 million odd, people studying and education. There is a large base of around 500 million of people who are effectively into gaming and need entertainment solutions as well. So you will find trends around personalization, premiumization, effectively driving some of these use cases, and entrepreneurs trying to build for those segments of people where those need gaps arise. Last but not the least from my end is effectively a playbook, right? We did discuss this in the opening remarks that what we're putting out there is effectively how Chiratae believes that a consumer tech startup can sort of succeed. We did hear some remarks from Naveen and Ankit as well in terms of what stage of this journey can some of these be built out, right? Rightly so. I think the first obvious drill is to build your product and offerings, get to a certain stage in the online space so that you see customer love, you see a certain product market fit evolving on the online space, and then building out the margin profile by taking greater control on the value chain, which leads you to look at more innovation, R&D, on your products and services, a little bit more control on the vertical integration where you look at parts of the supply chain, be it manufacturing, look at greater control. We have some fantastic brands who have sort of demonstrated how to succeed in some of these areas. Last but not the least, obviously around the entire internationalization piece as well. It's not called out here specifically on this slide. We had a very detailed report last year around on building the global playbook also. I think what we're finding is more and more of some of these brands going international and effectively looking at adjacent markets where consumer behaviors are very much similar, right? This could be like the Middle East, could be Southeast Asia, could be markets like US as well. We do have one of the entrepreneurs in the next panel, Dinesh, who will talk about how his products are getting accepted in US in the toy space for one, right? So you will find many of these entrepreneurs building the margin profiles and building sustainably in global markets. And that's what we want to do, sort of lay out as our viewpoint on building the consumer tech success playbook. Over to Roma, who will touch upon an interesting piece of primary survey that we conducted and the findings, some of the high-level insights on this as well.
Thanks, Anu. So quickly on the consumer insight section, I would like to start with the methodology. So we interviewed approximately 1850 consumers in India to understand how are they spending time on smartphone, where are they spending time on, which kind of apps, what are they liking, what are they not liking, how is e-commerce, changing in India. So it was a great split across age, across gender. We interviewed 56% male and 44% female population. We also understand that consumer spending and behavior is very different across city tiers. So we had a very great split across metro, tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 cities. There are a lot of times when you do these interviews, consumers are even not aware of the questions and they don't understand the options also. So these interviews were taken face-to-face or telephonic, wherein the interviews first explained the questions to the consumers and also the options before selecting an option for them. So there was no ambiguity in the responses that we've captured. Moving on to the key findings of the report. So we do hear from the consumers that they are spending approximately 4 hours on their smartphone on a daily basis. That's a great number there. And this is excluding usage on social media apps. 90% of the consumers are using fintech apps today. And this is primarily driven by use of payment apps, is even in the remotest areas of India. 45% of the consumers are using smartphone for gaming. Out of this 45%, 16% consumers are also doing live streaming of their gaming. And 7% are professional gamers, which means they are making money out of gaming. 70% of the consumers in the entertainment space are using subscription. They are using premiumization, subscription models, and these entertainment apps understand that, and that's why you will see a lot of entertainment apps also have different subscription models. They have multiple plans under the subscription model right now. For example, Netflix has mobile, basic, advanced, and premium, wherein the pricing is very different across these plans. A number of devices wherein you can stream the content is different, the video quality is different. So entertainment apps also understand that. 50% of the consumer prefer shopping online. Now, so they did mention about importance of omni-channel presence. So here, when we deep dive on the consumers who are saying that they like online shopping, why do they like that? They did mention that across tier 2 plus cities, the brands that are present in offline retail markets are limited. So they do like the product assortment on online channels, and that is driving growth there. Interesting fact over here, consumer also has preferences for different platforms for different categories. They do like to buy electronics from one platform versus apparel from other platform. If they are looking for baby care, they prefer First Cry, for example. So it is across categories that the platform preference is also different. Moving on to understanding where are they spending these 4 hours. So we ask customers where are they spending these 4 hours. So 2 hours are being spent on entertainment. So they are spending time on entertainment, 1 hour on gaming, and approximately 0.4 hours on fintech apps. I'll just cover on one of the themes that we have in our report, premiumization, personalization. So as I was mentioning that 70% of the consumers in entertainment space are going for premiumization and personalization. The number is 45% for e-commerce and 42% for on-demand services, which is ride-hailing, food delivery, and on-demand grocery as well. Interesting fact from Google over here, India is going to see 25% growth in consumption in next 8 years due to premiumization. It's a very interesting fact, a great number there. And Indian consumers do like value for money subscription models, and that's why Amazon Prime is one of the most famous subscription wherein they get faster delivery, free delivery, and as well as great content to watch. There are a lot of interesting insights in the report, which is available in a shorter version also, and we will also be sharing the link of the report. Please go through it and let us know if there are any questions. Thank you.